Hey guys, stay tuned. In this episode, we've got hot chocolate, we've got baking, and we've got a special guest. So stick with me. Hey, what's up guys? It's Mark with Spiguyver Backpacking. Hope you guys are having a good evening. I know I am. So it's Friday. It's been a long week. Work has been stressful, so figured I'd set up my stuff out here outside. It's a chilly night. It's down in the 30s, low 30s. This morning when I took my son to the bus stop, it was like 29 degrees. So cool evening. And so I got some stuff out. I got some Betty Crocker Blueberry muffin mix. Mixed up half of that bag. I've got it right here, mixed up and ready to go into the pot to do some dry baking. I've got the little stove I got from MiniBullDesign, the Choke Hazard, set up and ready to go. So let me finish getting this stuff set up and we'll walk you guys through it. Okay, so I've got the stove and the pot stand set up. Inside of this pot, this is the Batchstovez 12-ounce pot. This is what I like to use a lot of times when I go out solo. So I've got some oil in there. It's just vegetable oil and a paper towel. I'm just going to use the paper towel, kind of spread it around evenly, and make sure that it's not too thick in there. But it's all around the bottom. Now it's all around inside. And I'm going to take the mix, the blueberry muffin mix, and get that down inside of there. Scrape it all off the bottom of this bowl. Get as much as possible in there so that we've got a nice muffin when we're done. Get it all. Don't want any blueberries left in there. Alright. So half of that bag will fill this up about a third of the way. And then it'll be about 2/3 of the way full once it's all done. So I like to just kind of tap it in there. So I'll be setting this 12-ounce inside of the 10 cm Batchstovez cook pot. This one's seen a little bit of use. It's been used for doing quite a bit of baking. It's been used out on the trail. It's got a couple of little dings in it, but really holds up well. And I've got just a piece of one of the soda cans that I cut out, and I put some holes in it so that the heat will distribute through it very nicely. So they just kind of set in there down together, and then when you put the pot lid on, there's just a little gap between the lid and the inner pot so that the air can circulate in there. Okay, so now that we've got this all set up and ready to go, let's go ahead and light up the stove. And I've got fuel in the reservoir. I've got that going. I'm going to go ahead and get the pot on and get this on as well. So I figured while I'm out here doing this, I might as well throw some water in the new QMH, the Questionable Mental Health pot. Grab my Spiguyver Stove, or one of them, and boil me up some water. It's a little bit breezy out here tonight. So when it's breezy, a little bit cool, these things are a little bit harder to get started. Let me put this around here, block the wind. You'll see it'll get going. I figured I'd bring it to a boil and make a little bit of hot cocoa. You know, I'm kind of warming myself up right now with a little adult beverage. Got that on the wrong side. There we go. So it's going really well. I'll put this on here. So now I got a couple of things going. This is going to take 20 minutes or so, maybe even more than that. It's a nice low heat flame, so it's going to be great for doing this baking. And this, in the next 5 minutes, I'll have a nice boiling cup of water here that I can put the hot chocolate in. I went with the mint and chocolate hot cocoa mix from Land O'Lakes, and that'll be good tonight out here in this cool night. So while those were going, I wanted to take a little bit of time and just talk with you guys. Don't get a lot of time to talk. we're always busy doing things. So I want to tell you about a couple of things I've got coming up. Looks like in January I'm going to head down to Florida, down to Ocala, and do the Hang Con down there, the hanging convention. I'm going to meet up with Sam from Batchstovez while I'm down there, and we're going to do a little bit of talking about some of the giveaway stuff that we're thinking for the 500 subscriber giveaway. A little bit of a sneak peek there on what we're thinking. So, yeah, we're gonna do something good for when we hit 500. We climbed from that 100 mark to just under 200, and then I put out the backpacking dehydrated meal video, and we jumped from like 160 to 250 pretty much in one day, and then it's sitting about 275 or so right now. So climbing really well, and I appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching and seeing what's going on. I'll keep making these videos as long as you guys keep watching them and like what I'm doing, so thank you. So you can see here we've got both of the stoves going. You can see the small flame pattern from the Choke Hazard, which will be good for doing this baking, and then the bigger, more intense flames out of the Spiguyver Stove, so that we can get that water boiling. So yeah, I'm thinking about going down to HangCon, taking the camera, going down and just filming, getting a look at other people's rigs, their setups. I've got a few things in the mail coming to me so that I can change my setup slightly. I think I'm going to go from doing the individual lines off of each side of my tarp to doing the continuous ridge line with the prusik knots and going that route. Just you know, I've had some trouble with some of the bigger trees, and I want to make sure that I've got plenty of length. And with the 30-foot continuous ridge line, that seems like it's going to be plenty for what I'm doing. I'm also, you know, in the mood to get out and do some hanging. So I think that I'm looking right now at some sort of New Year's hang. I don't know if it's going to be a couple days before, a couple days after, but somewhere around New Year's I want to go ahead and get out and get some trail time. I haven't been back to the AT in a while, so I'm thinking that the AT may be in my future. I heard that the trail is opened back up around North Carolina, Georgia, all the places that it's been closed. We've actually gotten a little bit of rain, and I think that the wildfires that were keeping the trail closed have kind of subsided, and crews have gotten them put out. Only thing that I'm still a little bit nervous and worried about is the water situation. So I'm not sure what the water situation is like right now. I've put a few feelers out there, and I'm waiting to hear back. But also looking at maybe teaming up with some other people, maybe even, you know, maybe a guest appearance by another YouTuber on one of these. So we'll see. We'll see what transpires here, and when I get out and hit the trail, and who it's with. You know, maybe it's some of my guys that were on the Adirondack trip with me. You know, we've got Sherpa Man and Beekeeper, or maybe Sir Paxalot will jump in and join me. Who knows? You know, I was thinking about maybe hitting Virginia, and since that's where he's at, you know, maybe I'll be able to convince him. Maybe he's got some time off of work, and I can convince him to get down there and join me. But anyway, let's check back in on these in just a few minutes. What's funny is this entire setup I've got here, 2 stoves, 3 cook pots, is actually lighter than what most people carry as their only cook kit. You can see that the reservoir has used a little bit of fuel. I had about a 1/4 inch in there, and it's probably down a little under a 1/4 inch, more like 1/8 of an inch now. So I'm gonna keep fueling it up. It's just this simple. Just adding some more. It's that simple. Feeds down that line. It becomes a nice blue flame underneath the pot. So the stove's going out, but we were right at a boil as it was going out. I went in the house to talk with my kids, and when I came out, I saw the steam coming out, so knew it was at a boil. Okay, so I figured, since I've got my own drink, I made that hot chocolate. This isn't gone yet. So I asked my son. So my son Justin decided to join me out here, and so I've got the hot chocolate out for him. So he's got that now. So have a sip.
Alright.
It's probably hot.
I burned my finger.
So boiling water stays warm in these pots for quite a while. Yeah. All right. Let it cool.
Right.
We don't want any disasters here. So tonight was kind of a little bit of a learning experience with this stove, and I had thought that just having it even, level on the ground, just the weight of the fuel would drag it down, would feed the fuel into the stove. But as I was sitting here, I noticed that it hit fed down, and it was even with the tube, and I saw that the stove was starting to flicker. So you can tell when the stove is starting to go out of fuel, because instead of seeing just the blue flame, what you'll see is the red ember on the carbon felt. So kind of like when you get the carbon felt in there, let me pull this off just for a second. You can see the red embers there. So I was seeing that in the burner, and so I knew that it was getting low on fuel. So what I did was I just took the spare felts. They're still in the bag, but I set the reservoir on there so that now it's got a little bit of gravity helping it along. So it's been at least 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see where the muffin's at. You can see that it's definitely starting to cook. It's risen. It was only about a third of the way up the pot, and now it's probably 2/3 of the way or more. So it's definitely risen quite a bit. Put the lid on, and we'll let it cook for a while longer. So I've got 3 boys, and this is my oldest. This is Justin, and my middle son has gone out I think three times backpacking with me, maybe 4. He's done a little bit of the Appalachian Trail with me. He did some of the Swamp Fox on the Palmetto Trail here. So he's been out a few times, but Justin's never gone.
No.
My youngest son, he just turned 7. He really wants to go. I don't know that he's ready. I don't know that I've got the equipment quite right for him yet. But I keep trying to convince Justin to go. He hasn't been able to agree yet, so why don't you guys help me out, send me some messages, subscribe to the channel, watch, see if you get him going. Help me out here. Help me out. You gonna go?
Sure. Alright. How many views do you normally get on a video?
I don't know. Not many.
Not many. Like, just an estimate. Like,
Well, like the one I put up.
150?
So I put up the one on this stove and this pot just the other night, and in like 24 hours, it got about 500 views.
Alright, so if this video gets around 90 likes, I'll go.
90 likes?
Yeah. Is that
You guys heard it.
Is that
So
good?
hook me up. 90 likes. This dude will hit the trail with me.
Yep.
Help me out, man. Do it. So right now the reservoir is pretty much empty. You can see some air bubbles here. So there's air bubble there, and then it's fuel the rest of the way in the line. So it's starting to use it up. And so we'll just wait and see how long it burns like this. We're getting really close. You can see that the muffin is pretty high up. I did just stick it with a toothpick, but it's not ready yet. Is it?
No, it's not.
How's the hot chocolate?
It's good. It's hot still, so.
That's why they call it hot chocolate, right?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's definitely hot, but it's good.
Okay, so let's take a look at the muffin. So it's risen. Stick a toothpick in. It comes out mostly clean. Edges are a little bit brown. Here, let's take a close look at it. You can see that the edges are slightly brown and pulling away from the sides of the pot. So I think it's time. Let's go ahead and pull it off of the heat, set it aside, and we'll just let it sit for a few minutes. Then I'll pull it out of the main pot, let it sit for a few minutes longer. You see that I actually pulled the reservoir got all used up, so I pulled that off. And the tube still has just a small amount of fuel down here in the end feeding in. So I think this is still going to burn for 5-10 minutes even. So it's very, very efficient. I think I've used maybe a little over an ounce while doing this. So fair amount. It's pretty good.
It broke my leg.
Okay, let's pull the muffin out of here. Ooh, do you see all that steam? That steam smells good. Alright, let's just dump this muffin right there. Ooh, don't want to lose my ring.
I don't want to touch it.
It's not hot. This thing's like a little thin. So we'll just set this right there. Look at the way it's separated from the side. It's good.
Oh, that's...
Okay, so let's take a look. This has been cooling for a few minutes. It's cool enough that I can actually pick it up on the silicone now. But it looks good. It smells good. Does it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
It smells good. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Popped right out. Nice golden brown. Not burnt. Not burnt at all. Turn it over. I mean, it's very hot. It's very hot. But it looks really good. Let's take a close-up. All right, so let's break this bad boy open. See what we got going on. Is it fully cooked? Oh yeah, that thing is fully cooked. It's hot. Blueberries abound within this bad boy. It smells really good. So we're gonna enjoy this. And hey, looks like this was a success. Take a look at the inside of that pot. This is the best this has looked after cooking something, after doing some baking. Usually I've got something, you know, like see here, if you look right up here, you can see where there was some that's kind of burnt on there almost, and it's kind of crusty and hard to get off. Down inside, all you got is like where the blueberries were touching. But really, I mean, I can grab those blueberries with my finger, pull them out, and eat them. And they taste good. Yummy. Oh, it looks like we're out of hot chocolate.
It's a shame.
And out of beer. Okay, so I think that this thing's ready. I think it's ready for us to give it a try. So I'm going to break off a little piece of this thing here. It's like so fluffy. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
How do you think this would taste out on the trail? Like when you haven't eaten, you've been hiking.
Good.
You sleep in the hammock all night, and then you wake up and you're hungry. I think this would be awesome.
I bet this would taste really good.
Yeah. Tastes really good right now, so it'd probably be awesome. So the outside, after it's cooled, excuse me, talking with my mouth full, but it's kind of become a little bit crusty. Definitely not burnt whatsoever. He won't eat it if it's burnt. I promise you that. Is it burnt?
Mm-mm.
No, it's good.
Like, okay, wow, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of this. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me tonight. And as always, get out there and do it. I'll see you guys down the trail. Thanks, guys.